First and foremost, I'd like to send my condolences to the victims of the helicopter crash in Calabasas, California, that occurred yesterday, and just the loss of words. It's a really sad time. Yesterday was just really hard for sports fans across the United States, across LA, across the world, and myself being a big basketball fan, and being, how basketball, I have the words, basketball is life, and basketball is, basketball for me personally is my therapy. It's one of those things that I enjoy to watch. I'm very passionate about it. I never played, but just to enjoy the game and enjoy watching these players play, and from every single whistle to the pregame to the postgame to the documentaries to just everything basketball related, just it's really hard to just sit here and try to process what happened to Kobe and his daughter and the other victims too. It's just really hard to. I believe it like it didn't happen, and I'm still in that mindset like this really didn't happen. Most of you who do follow the Sports Hitless brand and know who I am know that I'm a huge Celtics fan, and I've seen more battles between Kobe and the Celtics throughout the years, and as a player, you know, you always hate the best players. You always have a disdain because they're so good. And Kobe was one of those players that whenever he came to TD Garden, he was always ready to play, especially the Celtic-Laker rivalry, and especially in the 2008 finals and 2010 finals, and how we've battled back and forth, back and forth. It hurts as a fan. Even if it's someone that we never met, but someone that I watched. I've been watching Kobe since I was 10, since he came into the league in '96. I remember when Kobe participated in Slam Dunk Contest and he won it. I remember his All-Star appearances and when he won All-Star games. I remember him winning his first championship with Shaq. I remember him winning his last championship, with Powell and the Lakers. I've seen all of his championships. When he passed Michael, when, all of his accomplishments, when he won MVP, his entire career I watched for 20 years. And, this is just bigger than teams. This is bigger than picking your own team and picking, picking allegiance and that today that doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's just hard to make sense of it. God calls us up for his reasons. He only knows why. And but to us who are still here, we're still questioning and wondering why. For someone like Kobe, who was just beginning his retirement, who was enjoying coaching, for his daughter, and words can't even describe what his wife, Vanessa, his other children are going through. Just know that you are in my prayers, and again, it's just really hard to just speak about it because when I was told the news, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't come up to the words. I couldn't believe it, and then I started calling other sports fans and trying to figure out if this is true or if this just is a rumor, and trying to figure out if it, where is this coming from. But just know that Kobe, your legacy will live on through the Laker fans, through the hardcore Laker fans who loved you and who appreciated you. And the last thing I will say is that to those who are on social media who are saying all these things about, this was an Illuminati and this is, and how does this happen right after, LeBron passed him, and some of the meanest things and most disrespectful things that I can see out on the internet. And people use that as a screen to say certain things. It's really not the time. It really is not the time. Now is the time for us to come together. Now is the time to love everyone. Now is the time to appreciate. Now is the time for just to stop the hate, because a person could be here today and then they're gone tomorrow. And you just love and you appreciate everyone. This is not the time for us to do that. So live, laugh, and love. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Again, I send my sincere condolences to the Bryant family and the 9 other families that were involved in the helicopter crash. And it's a sad day for everyone who's involved in this. It's a sad day for fans, and we just got to do our best to get through it. Carl Coulanges for the Sports Hit List. Take care.